The sun rises over the African savanna. Golden light bathes the grasslands. A lone acacia tree stands tall. The air vibrates with the sounds of life. This is a place of raw beauty and constant struggle. The savanna is home to a diverse cast of characters. Lions rule with their strength, hyenas scavenge for scraps, gazelles graze, ever watchful for danger, and among them live Larka the wolf and Asar the lion. Larka was a cunning wolf. Her senses were sharp. She could detect the faintest rustle of leaves, the slightest shift in the wind. Every sound, every scent was a clue, a piece of the puzzle that was the savanna. Her eyes, a piercing yellow, missed nothing. She was always alert, always aware. Her mind was even sharper. Larka was not just a hunter, she was a strategist. She could anticipate the movements of her prey, predict the behavior of other predators. She understood the delicate balance of the ecosystem, the unspoken rules that governed the wild. Her thoughts were always racing, always planning. She knew the ways of the savanna like the back of her paw. Every path, every hidden trail was familiar to her. She could navigate the terrain with her eyes closed, moving silently through the tall grass, her steps as light as a feather. The savanna was her home, her domain, yet she felt a pang of envy every time she saw Asar. Asar, the majestic lion, was everything Larka was not. He was powerful, commanding, and revered by all. His presence was imposing, his strength undeniable. Larka couldn't help but feel a deep-seated jealousy whenever she watched him. Asar was a magnificent lion. His golden mane glistened in the sunlight, a crown of glory that marked him as the king of the savanna. His muscles rippled beneath his tawny fur, a testament to his power and dominance. He moved with a grace and confidence that was unmatched. He was the undisputed king, respected by all. Other animals bowed in his presence, acknowledging his authority. His pride followed him with unwavering loyalty, their eyes filled with admiration. Asar's rule was absolute, his leadership unquestioned. He was the embodiment of power and respect. His roar echoed across the plains, a symbol of power and authority. It was a sound that sent shivers down the spines of all who heard it, a reminder of who ruled the savanna. Larka desired that respect. She longed for the day when her voice would command the same reverence, when her presence would inspire the same awe. She craved the power to lead. Larka's heart burned with ambition. She dreamed of a time when she would no longer be just a cunning wolf, but a leader, a ruler. She envisioned herself standing tall, her pack looking up to her with respect and admiration. The savanna would be hers to command, and she would be the one to shape its destiny. One day Larka approached Asar. "Great lion," she said, her voice laced with challenge. "You are strong, but is strength all that matters? True leadership requires more." Asar's mane bristled slightly. "What do you propose, wolf?" he rumbled. Larka met his gaze, her own unwavering. "Let us each choose a problem facing the savanna. We will see who can solve it better. That is true leadership." Larka chose to help the antelope. They were being hunted relentlessly by wild dogs. Larka, with her cunning, devised a plan. She taught the antelope to run in a confusing pattern. The wild dogs, bewildered, were quickly outmaneuvered. The antelope thrived, free from their tormentors. Larka, proud of her quick solution, waited for Asar's response. She was sure she had won. Section 5. A Lion's Wisdom. Asar, meanwhile, had chosen a different problem. The baboon troops were fighting amongst themselves. Their constant squabbling was disrupting the peace. Asar, instead of imposing a solution, listened. He learned that they were fighting over dwindling food resources. Asar, using his strength and wisdom, guided them to a new feeding ground. He taught them to share and cooperate. Peace returned to the baboon troops. Section 6. The Setting Sun's Revelation. As the sun began to set, Larka and Asar met again. Larka, confident, recounted her success with the antelope. "Sea lion," she said, "I have solved their problem. What have you achieved?" Asar simply nodded towards the distance. Larka turned and saw the baboon troops. They were no longer fighting. They were grooming each other, sharing food and playing together. Larka felt a pang of confusion. Section 7. The Weight of Imbalance. You solved the antelope's problem, Asar rumbled, but what of the wild dogs? They now starve and will cause trouble elsewhere. Your solution helped one but hurt others. Larka looked closer at the savanna. She saw that the wild dogs were now harassing a group of zebras. Her quick solution had indeed created a new problem. She had not considered the delicate balance of the savanna. Asar continued, "True leadership is not about quick fixes. It is about understanding the needs of all and finding solutions that bring harmony." His voice was firm but kind. Larka pondered Asar's words, realizing the depth of his wisdom. The savanna was a complex web of life, each creature playing a vital role. The zebras, the antelopes, the wild dogs, and even the smallest insects were interconnected. Each action had a ripple effect, influencing the entire ecosystem. Larka understood that her decisions must be made with care and foresight. She turned to Asar, her eyes filled with determination. "I see now," she said softly, "that true leadership requires patience and understanding." Asar nodded, a gentle smile playing on his lips. "You are learning, Larka. The balance of the savanna is delicate, but with wisdom it can be maintained." The stars began to twinkle above, casting a serene glow over the land. Larka felt a renewed sense of purpose, ready to face the challenges ahead. She knew that with Asar's guidance she could help maintain the harmony of the savanna. Together they would ensure that every creature had a place and a purpose. The weight of imbalance was heavy, but with wisdom and care it could be lifted. As the first light of dawn broke over the horizon, Larka felt hopeful for the future. She was ready to lead with compassion and understanding, ensuring the savanna thrived. The savanna was not just a place, it was a living, breathing entity that needed care and respect. Larka embraced her role, knowing that true leadership was a journey, not a destination. And with each new day, she would strive to bring balance and harmony to the land she loved. The weight of imbalance was a challenge, but it was one she was ready to face. For the savanna, with all its beauty and complexity, was worth every effort, and together they would ensure its future for generations to come. The journey was just beginning, but Larka was ready, and with Asar by her side, she knew they could achieve greatness. The weight of imbalance was a reminder of the responsibility they carried, but also of the potential for harmony and peace. And under the vast starry sky, Larka felt a deep connection to the land and its inhabitants. Together, they would face the challenges, and together, they would succeed. The weight of imbalance was heavy, but with wisdom, care, and unity, it could be lifted, ensuring a bright future for all. Section 8. True Leadership. Larka, humbled, finally understood. Asar's strength wasn't just physical. It came from his wisdom, his patience, and his ability to see the bigger picture. He led not by force, but by understanding. Larka approached Asar and dipped her head in respect. "Thank you, Asar," she said. "You have taught me a valuable lesson. True leadership is not about power, but about wisdom and balance." Section 9. A Lesson for All Time. As the stars twinkled above the savanna, Larka and Asar stood together, their silhouettes blending into the serene night. The vast expanse of the savanna stretched out before them, a canvas painted with the soft glow of the moon and the shimmering stars. They had both learned a valuable lesson that day, one that would stay with them for the rest of their lives. It was a lesson born not out of textbooks or lectures, but from the raw, unfiltered experiences of life itself. True leadership, they realized, was not about quick fixes or personal gain. It wasn't about who could shout the loudest or who could amass the most followers. It was about something much deeper, something more profound. It was about understanding the needs of all and finding solutions that benefited the entire community. It was about empathy, compassion, and the willingness to put others before oneself. It was about recognizing that every member of the community, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, had a role to play and a voice that deserved to be heard. It was about wisdom, balance, and the greater good. It was about making decisions that would ensure the well-being of the entire ecosystem, not just for today, but for generations to come. It was about seeing the bigger picture and understanding that true success was measured not by individual achievements, but by the collective harmony and prosperity of the community. And that was a lesson worth remembering, not just on the savanna, but everywhere. In every corner of the world, in every community, in every heart, the principles of true leadership and communal harmony held the power to transform lives and create a better, more just world. As Larka and Asar stood there under the vast starry sky, they knew that they were part of something much larger than themselves. They were part of a timeless story, a story of unity, wisdom, and the enduring power of the greater good.